Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'd like to let you know that we upload a brand new English learning video every day on this channel to help you speak better English, faster, and more naturally. In today's episode, you're going to improve not only your English speaking and listening skills, but also your ability to communicate confidently in daily conversations. Today's lesson is all about the 50 most common English phrases that you can use in your everyday conversations. These are phrases that native English speakers use all the time, at home, at work, at the store, while traveling, or simply chatting with friends. Whether you're a beginner or at an intermediate level, learning and practicing these natural expressions will help you sound more fluent, more confident, and more like a native speaker. We'll go through real-life examples and practice exercises that will help you understand how these phrases work in different situations, how to use them correctly, and how to respond naturally. By the end of this video, you'll be able to speak English with much more ease, comfort, and confidence, and you'll be surprised at how many of these phrases you've heard before, but didn't quite know how to use them properly. Before we start the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss another helpful English learning episode like this one. So, grab a pen and a notebook, make yourself comfortable, and let's get started. Let's begin by thinking about how we communicate in English in real life. Many learners try to remember difficult words or complex grammar rules, but what really helps you sound natural is using the right phrases in the right context. English is full of short, useful phrases that people use in daily conversation, phrases that express emotions, give opinions, ask for things, or manage small talk. Learning these phrases is like learning shortcuts to fluency. You don't always need long sentences. Often, a short phrase can carry your meaning clearly and effectively. That's why we're focusing on the 50 most common phrases that will help you build your confidence in English. Let's start with a few very common phrases you'll hear all the time. Imagine you're meeting someone in the morning. Instead of just saying, "Hi," you can say, "Good morning. How are you today?" This phrase is not only polite, but it also invites the other person to speak. Now picture yourself at work or school, and you want to ask for help. You might say, "Could you help me with this?" Or, "Can I ask you something?" These are simple phrases, but they make your English sound polite and clear. When you don't understand something, instead of staying silent or just saying, "What?" you can say, "I didn't catch that. Could you say it again, please?" This shows that you are listening and trying to understand. These small, polite phrases make a big difference in communication. Let's practice with a small conversation. Imagine you and a friend are meeting in the evening. One of you says, "Hi, how's it going?" And the other replies, "Not bad, thanks. How about you?" Then the first person might say, "I've had a busy day, but I'm glad it's over." These are real, natural phrases. You don't need to translate them in your head, just learn them as they are and repeat them in your own conversations. Practice saying this aloud. You can even pause the video and repeat it with me. "Hi, how's it going?" "Not bad, thanks. How about you?" "I've had a busy day, but I'm glad it's over." Notice the rhythm and tone. That's how fluent speakers sound. Another helpful phrase is, "That sounds good." You can use this when someone suggests a plan, like meeting up or choosing a restaurant. If someone says, "Let's have dinner at 7, you can simply say, "That sounds good." It's easy, natural, and shows agreement. If you want to show interest in something someone is telling you, you can say, "Really?" or "That's interesting." These small responses keep the conversation going and show the other person that you are engaged. Let's do another short example. Imagine you're talking with a coworker and they say, "I'm thinking of taking a few days off next week." You can respond with, "Oh, really? That sounds nice. Any special plans?" Then they say, "Yes, I might go visit my parents." You say, "That's great. I hope you have a relaxing time." This is how natural English conversations flow. You don't need big, complicated words. You just need the right phrases at the right time. Now try repeating after me again. "Oh, really? That sounds nice. Any special plans?" "That's great. I hope you have a relaxing time." These phrases are easy to remember and very effective. Use them in your everyday conversations, when you are watching English movies, or listening to people speak English. Pay attention to these short, common phrases. You'll hear them again and again. The more you listen and repeat, the more natural they will feel. Let's also try a short dialogue for you to practice. Imagine two people at a coffee shop. One says, "Hey, do you want to grab a coffee?" The other replies, "Sure, I could use a break." First person says, "I'll get a latte. What about you?" Second person says, "Same here." "Thanks." Try reading that out loud. "Hey, do you want to grab a coffee?" "Sure, I could use a break." "I'll get a latte. What about you?" "Same here. Thanks." As you can see, these phrases are short, clear, and part of real conversation. Let's continue by looking at more useful phrases that help you sound natural in everyday situations. When you want to start a conversation, you can say something like, "Guess what?" or "You won't believe what happened." These phrases are great for grabbing attention and starting a friendly chat. For example, if you saw something funny or surprising, you can say, "Guess what? I saw a cat riding a skateboard today." These little introductions make the listener curious and help keep the conversation light and engaging. If you're offering something to someone, you might say, "Do you want some?" or "Would you like a piece?" These phrases are very useful when you're sharing food or offering help. For instance, at a lunch table, someone might say, "Would you like some of this cake?" And you can reply, "Yes, please. That looks delicious." Or, if you don't want any, you can politely say, "No, thank you. I'm full." Being polite in English means using these small but important expressions. It's not just about grammar. It's about manners, tone, and timing. Let's do a short practice scenario. Imagine you're at a friend's house and they offer you tea. They say, "Would you like some tea?" You can answer, "Yes, please. I'd love some." They might ask, "Do you take sugar?" And you can respond, "Just a little, thank you." These types of exchanges happen every day, and learning them helps you feel confident in real life. Try repeating them with me. "Would you like some tea?" "Yes, please. I'd love some." "Do you take sugar?" "Just a little, thank you." Another common situation is when you need to express that you're sorry or want to be polite. English has many phrases for this, like, "Sorry about that," "Excuse me," or "I didn't mean to." If you bump into someone by mistake, you can say, "Oh, excuse me," or "I'm so sorry." If you interrupt someone, you might say, "Sorry to interrupt, but I have a question." These phrases show respect and help avoid misunderstandings. Politeness is very important in English-speaking cultures. Let's try a little practice. Imagine you're walking down a busy street and accidentally bump into someone. You immediately say, "I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" The other person replies, "It's all right. No problem." This quick exchange uses short, useful phrases that show care and politeness. Repeat after me. "I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" "It's all right. No problem." Try using these in your daily life, even in your native language. to build the habit of being polite and respectful when speaking. Now let's learn how to respond when someone thanks you. If someone says, "Thank you," you can reply, "You're welcome," "No problem," or "Anytime." These are very common replies and show that you are friendly and kind. For example, imagine someone helps you pick up your dropped phone and you say, "Thanks." They might smile and say, "No problem." These short exchanges make daily conversations smooth and natural. It's always nice to be helpful and polite. Let's try this together. You are at a shop, and the cashier gives you your change. You say, "Thank you." The cashier replies, "You're welcome. Have a nice day." Then you say, "You too." Practice this full conversation. "Thank you." "You're welcome. Have a nice day." "You too." These are the building blocks of real English conversations. Also, when you're agreeing with someone, there are many simple phrases you can use. Instead of just saying yes, try saying, "Absolutely," "I agree," or "That's true." These make you sound more engaged and expressive. For example, if a friend says, "This weather is perfect for a walk," you can respond, "Absolutely! It's so nice outside." These phrases make your English sound more natural and help keep the conversation going. Try this small dialogue now. One person says, "I think this restaurant has the best pizza." You answer, "I agree. It's amazing." Then they say, "We should come here more often." You respond, "That's a great idea." Repeat it after me. "I agree. It's amazing. That's a great idea." Practicing these conversations will help you remember the phrases and feel comfortable using them. Let's now focus on phrases that help you manage time or make plans. These phrases are often used when scheduling or checking availability. If you want to make a plan with someone, you can say, "Are you free tomorrow?" Or, "Do you have time later today?" These questions help start the planning process in a friendly and natural way. You might also say, "Let's meet at 6," or "How about lunch next week?" These short sentences are very useful when trying to organize your day or week with others. Let's practice. Imagine you want to meet a friend this weekend. You say, "Are you free on Saturday?" And your friend replies, "Yes, I am. What do you have in mind?" You answer, "Let's go see a movie." Your friend says, "Sounds great. What time?" You respond, "Maybe around 5 p.m." Your friend agrees. "Perfect. See you then." Try repeating these lines with me. "Are you free on Saturday? Let's go see a movie." "Sounds great. What time?" "Maybe around 5 p.m." "Perfect. See you then." These phrases are simple, but help you sound fluent while planning things in English. Another useful set of phrases is for when you need to explain that you're busy or can't do something. You might say, "I'm tied up right now," or "I have a lot on my plate." These idioms mean that you are busy. If someone invites you out but you can't go, you can politely say, "I'd love to, but I have other plans." Or, "I wish I could, but I'm working late today." These phrases help you decline invitations or explain your schedule without sounding rude. Let's try another practice. Your coworker says, "Do you want to grab lunch today?" And you say, "I'd love to, but I have a meeting at noon." Then they say, "Maybe another time?" And you reply, "Definitely. Let's plan for later this week." Repeat after me. "I'd love to, but I have a meeting at noon." "Maybe another time?" "Definitely. Let's plan for later this week." See how polite and natural that sounds? That's the power of using the right phrases at the right moment. Now let's talk about expressions we use when we don't know something or need time to think. If someone asks you a question and you're not sure of the answer, you can say, I'm not sure, or let me think about it. These are very useful and respectful ways to take a moment before answering. You can also say, that's a good question, or I haven't thought about that. These phrases help you sound thoughtful and engaged, even if you don't have the answer right away. Let's do a practice example. Someone asks you, what's your opinion on this new policy at work? You can reply, that's a good question. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to think about it. These phrases show that you're paying attention and not rushing your answer. Practice saying it. That's a good question. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to think about it. These are the types of sentences that make your English sound mature and polite. Also, when you're surprised or impressed, there are simple phrases that you can use. For example, no way means you are surprised or shocked. That's amazing or that's unbelievable are also very common when reacting to news or stories. Let's say your friend tells you they want a free trip to Europe. You can respond, no way, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. These short expressions make your reactions feel real and warm. Practice this small dialogue. A friend says, I just got accepted to a university in Canada. You say, wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations. They reply, thanks, I'm really excited. Then you say, you deserve it. I know how hard you worked. Try repeating, wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations. You deserve it. I know how hard you worked. These phrases are powerful and supportive, and they help you build good relationships in English. And when someone makes a mistake or something goes wrong, you can use calm and friendly phrases like, it happens, don't worry about it, or no big deal. These expressions help others feel comfortable and show kindness. Imagine your friend forgets to bring something you asked for. They say, I'm so sorry, I totally forgot. You respond, no worries, it happens. We'll figure it out. Repeat after me. No worries, it happens. We'll figure it out. Using these phrases helps create a positive and relaxed tone in any situation. Let's now move on to some phrases that are useful when giving your opinion. In English, it's important to express what you think clearly, but also respectfully. A very common way to start is by saying, I think. For example, I think it's going to rain today, or I think she did a great job. If you're not completely sure, you can say, I'm not sure, but I think, or it seems like. These small introductions make your opinions sound polite and thoughtful. Another good phrase is, in my opinion, which is slightly more formal and great for giving your view in a discussion. Let's practice a short dialogue. Imagine you're in a group conversation and someone asks, what do you think about this movie? You can say, in my opinion, the acting was great, but the story was a bit slow. Then someone else says, really? I thought it was exciting. You respond, that's true. Everyone sees things differently. These phrases help you keep the conversation going and show respect for other opinions. Try repeating with me. In my opinion, the acting was great, but the story was a bit slow. That's true. Everyone sees things differently. Now let's look at some expressions used when asking for help or offering help. If you need assistance, you might say, can you help me, please? Or, could you give me a hand? These are polite and friendly ways to ask. On the other hand, if you want to help someone, you can say, do you need any help? Or, let me help you with that. Offering help is a great way to build good communication habits. Here's a short conversation to practice. You see someone carrying a heavy box and you say, "Do you need any help with that?" They reply, "Yes, please." "That would be great." You say, "Let me grab one end of the box." They respond, "Thanks. You're a lifesaver." These common phrases show how people support each other in everyday situations. Repeat these lines. "Do you need any help with that?" "Let me grab one end of the box." "Thanks. You're a lifesaver." Now, let's talk about phrases used when you're not feeling well or want to express emotions. If you're feeling tired, you can say, "I'm exhausted," or "I need a break." If you're feeling sad, you might say, "I'm feeling a bit down today." When you're happy, you can say, "I'm in a great mood," or "I'm so excited." These short phrases help people understand how you feel, and they are commonly used in both personal and professional settings. Let's practice. Imagine your friend asks, "How are you today?" And you say, "I'm feeling a bit tired. I didn't sleep well last night." Your friend replies, "I know the feeling. I was up late too." Then you say, "I hope I can catch up on sleep tonight." Repeat this with me. "I'm feeling a bit tired. I didn't sleep well last night. I hope I can catch up on sleep tonight." These everyday responses make your conversations more expressive and real. You'll also hear many short phrases for agreeing quickly in conversations. Instead of always saying yes, you can say, "Sure," "Sounds good," "Exactly," or "Totally." If someone says, "Let's meet at the cafe after work," you can reply, "Sounds good." If someone says something you completely agree with, say "Exactly" or "Totally." These are informal but very common ways to connect and show that you're listening. Let's try a small example. A coworker says, "This report is taking forever." You respond, "Totally." It's so detailed. Then they say, "I'll be here all afternoon." And you reply, "Same here. Let's power through it." Now repeat, "Totally. It's so detailed." "Same here. Let's power through it." These conversational phrases make your English sound alive and connected. Sometimes you'll want to end a conversation politely. You can say, "It was nice talking to you," or "I've got to run, but let's catch up soon." These phrases help you leave the conversation without sounding rude. For example, after chatting with a friend, you might say, "Anyway, I should get going. Talk to you later." Your friend replies, "Sure, take care." These kinds of phrases are perfect for finishing a conversation naturally and respectfully. Try this practice. You're talking to a classmate, and you say, "Well, I've got to head out now. It was nice talking to you." They reply, "Same here. Let's catch up again soon." Now repeat, "Well, I've got to head out now. It was nice talking to you. Let's catch up again soon." These endings are helpful and polite, especially when you're in a hurry but still want to be friendly. Let's now look at some everyday phrases used when giving instructions or making requests. These are phrases you'll hear and use all the time, whether at work, at home, or in public places. If you want someone to do something politely, you can say, "Could you please close the door?" Or, "Would you mind helping me carry this?" These are polite and effective ways to give small instructions or requests. You can also say, "Please make sure to be on time," or "Don't forget to call me later." These phrases are part of everyday responsibilities and friendly reminders. Let's practice a short conversation using these. Imagine you are leaving your home and talking to your younger brother. You say, "Please don't forget to lock the door." He replies, "Sure, I'll take care of it." Then you add, "And could you water the plants too?" He answers, "No problem. I'll do it after lunch. Now repeat after me. Please don't forget to lock the door. Could you water the plants too? No problem. I'll do it after lunch. These are very normal phrases, and once you get used to them, you'll use them in your life all the time. Another group of useful expressions includes phrases for giving compliments or positive feedback. These phrases help you connect with others and spread good feelings. You can say, "You did a great job. That looks amazing. I love your outfit." Or, "You're really good at this." Simple compliments can make someone's day and help you start conversations. Let's say your friend shows you a picture they painted. You can say, "Wow, this is beautiful. You're so talented." They'll probably smile and say, "Thank you." These little moments are what make conversations warm and memorable. Try this practice with me. A classmate gives a presentation, and afterward you say, "That was a great presentation. You explained everything clearly." Then they respond, "Thanks, I was a little nervous." You can say, "You didn't look nervous at all. You were confident." These kinds of encouraging words are very common in spoken English and help build stronger connections. Repeat it with me. "That was a great presentation. You explained everything clearly. You didn't look nervous at all." Let's also talk about a few phrases used when you want to clarify something. If you didn't understand what someone said, or you want to make sure you heard them correctly, you can say, "What do you mean?" Or, "Could you explain that?" If someone says something that sounds confusing or too fast, you might say, "Sorry, I didn't get that." Or, "Can you say that again, please?" These are polite and practical ways to ask for clarification. Don't worry if you don't understand everything the first time. Even native speakers ask each other to repeat or explain. Here's a quick example. Imagine you're at a store, and the cashier says something very quickly. You respond, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" And they say, "Sure, I just asked if you want a receipt." You answer, "Oh yes, please. Repeat after me." "Sorry, could you repeat that?" "Sure, I just asked if you want a receipt." "Oh, yes, please." These short exchanges happen every day, and you'll feel more confident using them regularly. Now let's explore some phrases you can use to show surprise, excitement, or disbelief. Expressions like, "Really? No way. That's incredible." Or, "You're kidding," are perfect for reacting to unexpected news. For example, if someone says, "I just ran a marathon last weekend," you might reply, "No way, that's amazing." These phrases are quick to learn and very useful in conversations when you're reacting emotionally or showing interest. Let's practice. A friend tells you, "I just adopted a puppy." You respond, "Oh, really? That's so cute. What kind of dog?" Your friend replies, "It's a golden retriever." You say, "That's awesome. I'd love to meet him someday." Now repeat, "Oh, really? That's so cute." "That's awesome. I'd love to meet him someday." These moments make language feel alive and personal. Lastly, let's look at some phrases to use when you're running late or need to inform someone about a delay. You can say, "I'm on my way. I'll be there in 10 minutes." Or, "Sorry, I'm running late." These phrases are extremely common and useful in both casual and professional life. If you're texting a friend, you can write, "Be there soon," or "Stuck in traffic, sorry." These simple expressions save time and communicate exactly what's going on. Imagine this example. You're late to meet a friend. You text them, "I'm running a bit late, but I'll be there in 10. They reply, "No worries. Take your time." You say, "Thanks. See you soon." practice with me. I'm running a bit late, but I'll be there in 10. No worries, take your time.